All right. We are back here with grand finals. We have WSU versus Pratt. So should be good stuff. Both of these teams have been playing absolutely crazy today. I mean, I got to watch WSU play earlier, and you just commentated Pratt versus KSU varsity, right?
Yeah, and Pratt was able to win against KC Varsity 13-1 map 1 and 13-8 map 2. That is an insane lead. So this is going to be a very, very close match between WSU and Pratt.
Oh yeah, I think these two teams are definitely the strongest we got at this LAN here. I mean, the plays that I've seen out of everybody from I mean, I'm just so excited. I've watched Yumi go crazy, get 3Ks sliding on the neon. I'm so happy this is Haven. I feel like Haven is one of those maps where you get a combination of really awesome like aim duels. Like there's still that kind of like raw gunfight motion that happens, but there's also a ton of strategy and interesting macro and utility that goes into it. So Haven is going to be a great map for this first map in Grand Finals.
Absolutely. And as you can see here, Pratt is actually forgoing the Jet Neon combo and is actually TKM is switching from Jet onto Omen. So this is going to be very interesting to see. So they're foregoing their typical two duelist two controller one initiator combo and going with one duelist with the Neon, two controllers with that Omen Viper, one initiator with that Silva, and one sentinel with that KJ.
Yeah, we also have this double smoke comp, the Viper Omen, and I mean Viper and KJ. It's going to be hard to take space against this Pratt team. Like, they just have so much utility to lock down space, but they still have this explosive attacking power with the Neon and the Sova and Omen Blind, so I feel like this is going to be a super interesting matchup here coming into it as we get ready for Pratt on this attack half. Viper Wall, you'll see this defaulted every single round, this Viper Wall up short. I mean, this is what all the pro teams run, and this is what Pratt has been practicing very clearly.
Absolutely. This is going to be very interesting to see what Pratt does, how WSU reacts, and this is going to be telling for how the match goes.
We did start off with some initial A aggression, but Pratt sees that that the defenders were pushing up A main and instantly start going over to the other side, but Sui is able to get one, sees the spike drop, so Pratt knows where the bomb is going, but they do have to give up the site. TKM fighting for his last pick. It is going to be a 3v2 retake for Pratt, 3v1, and now after the KJ goes down in CT, Sova in a 1v3 situation. He's going to rotate over to Garage. It's really tough to play this, especially on pistol rounds, down at big advantage. He's going to have to try and peek, look for the kill, but he's not able to find it. They revealed his position. They know he's playing Garage. He gets mollied off, blinded. There's not a lot he can do there. Cams picks up the final kill, and that is going to be WSU round one.
Absolutely. And now that we're going into round two, looking like WSU is gonna be buying, and will most likely win round two. But with Pratt, they have been winning some eco rounds as of late. So they might be able to disturb the typical flow here and bring in a round two win and fully disrupt the economy.
Yeah, let's see what Pratt pulls off this round. Maybe they get a little bit tricky. Maybe we could look at what their buy is. Pretty normal, but the Neon does have the Bucky, so maybe that could get a little bit crazy.
Absolutely. Pratt has been having a bit of an easy time so far, so they might have the guards a little bit down. But Yumi taking out Frozen, and with Frozen with that Bucky buy, that's their main gun gone.
Yeah, shotgun v shotgun in Garage. I mean, I'm going to take the defender 9 times out of 10 there, so yeah. That's a really tough fight for Frozen to win. But it looks like we're going to get some action here in A main. Sui is able to take one out, but Ariv gets the trade there. And Pratt are kind of trapped towards the A hit here with Neon on the flank. They don't have any utility to clear out these areas. Kaji is going to get the gun barrel of Sova. Dog is going to spot out the remaining Killjoy, and I mean, all the remaining util. Neon Slide's going to take down Killjoy.
Absolutely. And we've been seeing some very, very impressive Neon plays this tournament so far. So it's not surprising that Yumi with the Neon is able to just keep dominating.
Yeah, Yumi, I got to watch their game against, I believe it was Simo, and I mean, Yumi just ran it down. I mean, they were, you know, they're, how about a little bit better than KSU JV Simo was, so Yumi could kind of just run it down on them, and I think if Yumi carries that confidence through to this match, they will definitely be able to find a lot of value here just by being crazy aggressive and being where the attackers don't expect them to be.
Absolutely. Pratt trying to take over mid here, but a bit unsuccessful on a B push. So now they're kind of spreading out, trying to see what they can do, what picks they can take. But Bomb's kind of going in solo up over towards C Garage. So interesting to see. We'll have to see what Pratt does want to do. Frozen able to kind of sneak past the chamber. Sui. We'll have to see. Be done.
He comes through and TKM is going to take him out. That's open A site. FK Frozen here just going to run onto the site. That's all of the site control firmly in Pratt's hand. 5v4. It's going to be really, really tough for WSU to retake this.
Absolutely. Yeah, Pratt with full control over sites isn't able to really stand a chance against this WSU push. They're trying their best, but
yeah, I mean, that's exactly what WSU has to do there, right? As soon as Pratt tapped the bomb, they start the flood, they blind out, they get the Neon Slide in, and they get picks. They get picks off the initial combat, but Pratt was able to recollect themselves, find the return picks, find the trades, and get back in the man advantage and really just clean it up from there. Really, really clean stuff from both teams, but it just happens to fall in Pratt's favor because, I mean, they had better guns going into that round. It's a little bit expected for them to win that that bonus round.
Absolutely. Some initial contact in mid. Pratt trying to push up towards B yet again. Trying to take that space. LTK getting a pick on A, taking out Kaji.
That's really, really worrying because that means that there's no more A players. So that's a really big gap for WSU there, but they are going to find contact mid, and the drone and the Neon push, it looks like they're looking to take towards C here, but this is the stacked site. Oh, but they think wiser of it, and they're gonna back out here and relook towards A, it looks like.
Yeah, WSU splitting up 2 and 2 between C and A. If Pratt decides to go B, they will be pinched from both sides, but it looks like Pratt is going to try to go A.
Neon getting aggressive on the B space, procs the chamber trip, and that's going to pull the defenders off of the A site, which is exactly what they wanted to do. This is an excellent fake by Pratt. They realized that it was just the Neon on B, but it's too late. LTK's already lurked up, and he gets the pick onto the Phoenix.
30 seconds left.
And the bomb is going to go down and put Pratt into a 4v3 post plant. Here, trying to get a pick on Heaven, but Ariv is just going to shut them down. 2v4 retake. Go ahead and drop the site smoke, but Omen Blind is going to stifle the defenders. Apricity is just going to run away. 1v4, that's a save.
Yeah, Pratt with that Neon fake. I mean, that's a job of the duelist. Go in, get kills, and die. And that's exactly what they did. They really disrupted what WC was thinking. Pulled them off of A and C, and Pratt was just able to just get in onto a completely free site. Yeah, and that was definitely in their favor there.
And it was also really, really well timed. Pratt instantly took the space off of hearing the defenders rotate away from the A site. If they had gone any slower, the defenders might have got back on site in time, and Apricity doesn't get away with saving their rifle there. Yeah, so that is a bad economic outlook for WSU here. They're going to have to full save.
Absolutely. And you can see the only main gun that they're buying is a Bucky with that neon.
Well, I mean, when the skill gets higher, generally these sheriffs get deadlier. All you really need is one bullet, and so I could see WSU turning this round with their sheriff buys if they find the right gunfights.
Absolutely. WSU kind of taking some upfront holds in a garage and sewers. So might be some slightly sacrificial plays here, but if they can get some picks, then they will be in a much better position.
Here with the shotgun. It looks like Viper is kind of expecting this play, going to closely clear the corner, and LTK is going to find the pick onto Yumi with the Bucky. And that leaves A pretty vulnerable for a site take by Pratt. They are going to drop the site smokes for the defenders, which is going to help them hold. But Frozen is just walking up. The timing is just not going to be right. Ariv taking out Cam's back sight. And not before long, Kaji is going to go down as well. That is 5 on site for Pratt, 2 defenders looking to retake. It's going to be a really tough situation. Frozen looking to push out, but gets caught off guard. And Apricity misses their shots. Frozen is going to take them down. They have a general idea of where this chamber is going to be. The Neon's too quick. The slide, and Frozen is going to take out Sui. I mean,
what a nasty backward slide from Frozen there, juking out that chamber. Chamber whiffing all their shots, and Frozen being able to get some head taps on that chamber.
There's only one thing that's harder to shoot than a target that's not looking at you, and that's a sliding Neon. They just move so quick.
It is very quick. That's some Timefall movement right there.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that... Honestly, making you feel like a Timefall grunt against a Timefall pilot.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's nothing you can do. You're dead.
There's not a lot you can do there. So I feel for Sui in that situation. We are getting some of this classic garage pressure, just trying to find and break utility, see where the defense is playing. And it looks like they want to push up this C, but Sui is holding aggressively with the chamber op. They might not be expecting this angle. TKM going to throw the smokes. Oh my goodness, the timing!
No!
TKM is going to take Sui out as he unscopes just before they peek the angle. The tragedy. Yumi is going to get a trade on the Lurker and pop their ult. Yumi is really, really aggressively pushing this flank. Could cause bad ideas for defense here. Phoenix is also going to pop ult. Cam's getting one. Ariv taking down the Phoenix ult, and then Yumi, but there's still one on the flank. Omen did push through CT, but it looks like they're aware of him. It doesn't matter, though. TKM
almost
getting the shot, but they're just going to stick the defuse. It's not going to be enough. TKM does get 3 kills. But Apricity is just going to stick the bomb in the smoke.
Very smart from the WSU there. They had the advantage with that smoke. TKM just barely missing Apricity's head. And because of that, Apricity was able to keep zicking that defuse. And it got them that round win. And WSU tying it up 3-3 in this first half of map 1.
Yeah, I think... especially on this map, it is going to be pretty even between attackers and defenders, but we will see how the rest of this half unfolds. Sui instantly picks off Frozen, getting revenge on the sliding Neon with his operator, and that is going to be a hard pivot for Pratt towards the C site as that A fake is going to draw rotates. It looks like WSU is just now going to be aware that they have been bamboozled and they gave up the C site for free, but it is going to be a 5v4 retake into this LTK Vipers pit up in CT. Oh, and TKM is able to quickly equalize it out, finds another. Cams is able to get the trade out. It's 3v3, but WSU has to take into the Vipers pit here. Sui able to shotgun down LTK, who was decayed by the fatal 2v3 post-plant here. Will Pratt be able to do it? They have the Sova ult. They don't have KJ Mollies onto Bomb, but Phoenix is not able to run and gun down the Killjoy. She's able to stay alive. Reeve gets a kill with the ult, and it's not halved. They have so much utility left, and there's not enough time. Kaji has an impossible fight to win. There's no time to defuse. Both are going to run away to try and save their guns, but Kaji's not going to be able to get away.
What a close fight. Kaji ending with 11 HP and Arya ending with only 29. What a very, very close match between the two teams here.
Yeah, I mean, that's... Wow. You cannot get more exciting gameplay than that because, I mean, Pratt, they lost the first pick, so it was 5v4, but then they instantly pivoted over towards C and got a free site, and they got that Viper's Pit down, so it looked a little bit sketchy, and then it looked sketchy the other way, but then they clutched it up. Oh. Sui going for a quick peek doesn't really get anything other than the information of where Pratt is playing.
Did get a hit on Frozen, though, knocking them down to just pretty much into one-shot territory.
Yuumi and Kaji, though, on the A side, able to instantly find 2 picks, which causes Pratt to speed up towards the C side, but it's not really going to go in their favor because Chamber is just sitting in C main. They do have the C site for free, but they have no other space on the map, so it looks like they're going to cancel the plant and try and take space here in CT. Cams saw Frozen here, pushed up though, so they are going to reassess back up. I think Pratt is going to realize that all they have is this C space here, so they're going to have to back up and plant the bomb there.
Yeah. While Pratt is down to just two members, they do have the gun advantage here.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a very, very interesting fight, especially to see how these two...
4v2 round, Sui not ready. I mean, sorry, Frozen not ready for Sui, and it is going to be really, really tough. Little bit of body spray at the end there to accentuate the point, and WSU is going to win another round. I don't think this game could be more back and forth.
Yeah, I was about to comment. It's just such a pushing and pulling from both sides. You really just cannot tell who's going to win each round. It's a coin flip at this point.
Yeah, delaying the defuse there so their teammates could all grab rifles. That is going to be a huge economic turnaround for WSU after getting that thrifty there.
Absolutely. We're now able to see both sides full buy. The economy kind of shifting more towards WSU here.
That works.
Yeah. So great round, great timing to get a thrifty, honestly. That's because if you allow Pratt to get that round, they might be able to build up more ults and, you know, kind of get a snowball going and the game could get away from them, but a thrifty to shut their momentum down before it even starts is exactly what they needed.
Absolutely. Pratt pushing it hard onto A. Frozen getting a kill on A, securing the site for Pratt.
Yeah, super quickly just exposing the weak site and taking all of that space. It's going to be a 5v4 retake. In spawn here, Axe1 was, I don't know how you pronounce that, was able to get a pick on Sui on the full flank hold as the flood starts to happen. Cams is able to get one, but the remaining attackers playing post-plant get the other picks. Apricity takes one back, but it's a 1v3. It's going to be tough. Neon is 1 HP. Which could be a way back into this game. But Ariv is just going to take Apricity out and take the lead back.
Yeah, this really is so back and forth. Pratt pushes in really hard, secures the site. WSU pushes in really hard, completely secures the site back. We don't know what's going to happen from round to round.
Yeah, this is super interesting stuff. Let's see if Pratt is going to keep with this super aggressive playstyle, you know, try and find the weak site immediately off the bat, or are they going to try and maybe slow it down? It looks not as they run it up the Neon front B. Phoenix alone on site here is going to be able to gun down the Neon, but Omen TPing on top is going to get the trade. Pratt tentatively have this site here, but it's kind of a tough hold. WSU has control of both A and C link here, so Pratt is going to leave the Omen inserted and back up and look for other opportunities, as Viper is lurked up and has all of A main space right now.
Yeah, and that Omen TKM can just leave whenever he wants, too.
Yeah, he can just TP out with the ult, and he gets another pick, completely securing space. Kaji is going to trade him out, but it doesn't really matter because Pratt have the bomb site, and they still have this lurker in A link here, which could be trouble for Sui. Rotating over with his gun not out, he gets caught off guard and is going to have to worry about that flanker as they try and retake the site here. Clears hell, but TTK is going to get one. Sui gets the trade, finds the other one, knows where the KJ is, maybe momentarily forgot, but remembers, starts to stick the defuse. The molly is not on the bomb. The KJ is wrapping behind him. Is he aware? No, he's not. Axe going to take the final kill and secure the round for Pratt.
Yeah, what a close round. I believe Sui was about not even a second off from being able to defuse that bomb and secure a round win for WSU, but AKZ just being a little quicker than that, able to secure that round.
Yeah, WSU, the round's starting to get away from them. They're on an eco this round, and they're already down 2, so they're going to need to find something in these next 2 rounds to hopefully keep it at least a 5-7 before the half.
Yeah, WSU with a save here, trying to look for a thrifty, or just taking away some guns from Pratt.
Yeah. WSU is going to fast rotate over to the A aggression in order to try and force Pratt into attacking the stacked site. Yuumi going to get aggressive with the Bucky, but doesn't really find anything, and really only serves to ward Pratt off from taking the site. You see the lurking Viper taking all of the C space. I think Pratt is going to be aware of it, but are they going to be able to find the kill? It really all comes down to this. Apricity takes out the knife. TTK able to spray down 3! Looking for more, not done yet, but is going to back up as his team arrives to help him out and get the bomb down. Smoke CT, TKM lurked up B, finds Kaji, and this is going to be 1v5 for the chamber. Not going to say not winnable, but it's going to be tough. TKM guns him down, and I mean, this is one last shot to not let the game get away from them. It's going to be tough to make up a 4-round deficit against this team. Again, Pratt has this Killjoy and the Viper. It's going to be a really, really good defense half for Pratt. So, I mean, WSU really, really needs this last round in order to hopefully not get into an unrecoverable deficit.
Yeah, absolutely. A 5-7 deficit is not that bad to have, but a 4 deficit, that's a lot harder to come back from.
I mean, I'd rather be down 2 rounds than 4.
Absolutely.
Right? Pratt starting with this mid aggression again, and it's going to instantly kind of rotate everyone over. We have this chamber pushed up A, and Pratt is going to go for this B execute. It looks like they have Viper on site with the bomb. She's going to get the plant down, and but we are going to see the flood instantly. Phoenix coming in, jumping in with the ult, getting a one-shot, one pump onto the Neon back site. Trades are going to go into the way of WSU. Sova ult to try and take everyone off the bomb. Killjoy ult as well, but the lockdown is going to be destroyed. 2v2, WSU has the bomb halved. Molly's come down. We still have Sova shock darts. Axe gonna pick up the op, and it's gonna find him one. Kaji gonna spray him down, but the time is running out. The bomb needs to be stuck, and Reeve is going to finish off the kill. Wow.
Switching sides.
My heart's pumping. Is your heart pumping?
Yeah, this is insane to watch. So close on both sides.
That was so much chaos going on. It looked like the flood retake from WSU was looking like it was going well, but it kind of fell apart as they pushed out into B main to try and finish off the remaining post planters from Pratt, but it really all just fell apart, and Pratt is able to pick up that last round and put WSU into a tough spot. This is going to need to be an inspiring attacking half from WSU to secure this map.
Yeah, but looking at WSU's team comp here, it is definitely doable. They have that double duelist setup to push them into a better position on attack.
We're going to see a quick aggression towards this garage side. A lot of utility used to clear this space, and they're just going to back up and give it away. We have this Omen pushing down, but the shots, aren't going to be good at first, but it's going to find two. Yuumi trades it out, but they are already down, and they know where the bomb was. That's going to be tough for WSU to recover from. They have to find something here. A side has KJ utility, C side has the two-man stack, and KJ is jiggling the front B, gets the spray off. Neon's 1 HP off of that. The spray from C-Link as well. Cams is going to take LTK out, but it's going to be a tough situation. 3v2 post plant. Neon is low here. Cams pushing, does get the kill onto the Killjoy, but the spray is going to take him down. Flash blinds both, but Cams isn't going to be able to find anything, and the slide headshot from Frozen. That is really, really tough. If you're going to come back from a 4-8 deficit, you really need to win that first pistol round, and WSU wasn't able to pull it off.
Yeah, the odds are really looking towards Pratt here with that 5-round lead, winning pistol round, and now I can only assume also gonna win their Pratt's buy round. I mean that's gonna turn from a 5-round deficit into a 6-round deficit.
Yeah, we have this Neon Outlaw towards A main, which maybe should find some action, but it looks like WSU is going to continue with this pretty defaulty style. They're leaving the bomb B window, and they're going for some quick aggression to maybe find and break some Sentinel utility. They do find that KJ alarm bot, and they're going to push up here, but LTK is going to take out Yuumi in garage, and 2 more picks are going to go down. Frozen in A main, and the Killjoy in C main. This is going to be really, really tough for WSU to find anything. They already didn't have guns, and now they don't have the bomb, and it's a 1v5 situation, picking the Outlaw, but doesn't matter. Swaps to the secondary. It's faster than reloading.
Absolutely. Yeah, Frozen has just been carrying with that Neon slide. It is, like I mentioned earlier, once you see it happen, it's hard to counter. Especially if you're using a more precise gun like the Sheriff or the Guardian.
Yeah, it is going to be tough. Let's look at Pratt and WSU's buy this round. We do have 2 light armors, which could be dangerous for Frozen's Outlaw. We'll have to see how that goes down. Frozen getting aggressive here. Doesn't find the pick, does get chip damage onto the chamber, so he's 1 HP, but it doesn't matter. 2 picks towards the side of WSU. TKM getting a quick headshot onto Yuumi there. And the bomb is going to go down for WSU.
WSU able to get that bomb down and secure sites. Pratt kind of forming up, trying to see what they can do to retake this site and win, and be able to defuse that bomb.
It's going to be tough here. We have the Phoenix blind set up in order to stall the push. Fade Util also going to come out. We're just going to push through the Phoenix wall, and it's going to be a spray down slaughter for the 3 defenders trying to push through CT, and WSU is going to pick up their first attack round.
Yeah, that's going to be very good for WSU. They were able to keep most of their guns, I believe only losing 1. So that's going to be very, very good for them.
And it doesn't really matter that they lost that gun, because Yumi's just going to buy a shotgun.
Absolutely.
So the Neon with the Judge is just as good as Neon. Oh, my apologies. They're going to switch it around and get get this Neon a rifle, which I think is better. They have been going for a slower, more defaulty style, so I think a rifle is going to work better than a Judge in that instance. We are going for a quick aggression towards C. Killjoy mollies are going to start to slow the team, but Cams with the Phoenix ult just pushing through, seeing that all of the space is theirs, running at them with the shorty, not able to find anyone, and the timer runs out on the Phoenix ult as they get the bomb down, but LTK going to find one through the smoke, and Axe going to get another one. Trades coming through. It's a 2v2. Kaji here, blind in garage. TKM knows where he's at. He just has to wait for the shot. He knows exactly where he is. TKM going to take his time, get the headshot. Last one playing in main. LTK very calm, very careful. I mean, that's how you play a retake.
Absolutely. That was very good to see from Pratt. WSU really tried to push in that garage, trying to shut them off before they could really get onto site for that retake. And it worked a little bit, but Pratt was just too ready and was able to take them out and fully retake that site and secure that round win. Now, Pratt is looking at just 2 rounds for a map win, while WSU is now down 6 rounds.
I'd just like to point out on the scoreboard, TKM is having a game. He's 20-10 right now, dropping a 2 KD in this kind of, heavily competitive game. But we are going to see some heavy A aggression. Frozen and Ariv able to get 2 picks, and Ariv is able to get out with his life. So Pratt is going to start this oh-so-crucial defense round with a 1-man advantage and knowledge of where WSU started the round, so they do have a lot of information and a man advantage.
Absolutely. Looks like Pratt Pratt is gonna be kind of sticking on their 2s on C and A, but WSU is gonna be rotating off over towards C. But they're gonna have to face a very set up KJ, which is gonna be really rough and tough to beat.
Yeah, KJ has her alarm bot, and then Molly's at the choke point. They do get sprayed down, though, and KJ's just going to have to give up the site. There's not a lot she can do to fight the site without her utility, but Ox is just going to get a spray through smoke on Apricity, making the man advantage even worse. And WSU are going to have to, WSU is going to have to win this post plant 4v2. Gets spotted out by the Sova dart. Doesn't have time to shoot it. Kaji does find 2, but it doesn't matter. The trade comes through, and Pratt have the bodies to spare. They're going to get the defuse here.
Absolutely. This is now match point for Pratt. If they're able to win this 12-5, that's going to be a very good lead, not only with in terms of maps, but also mental.
Yeah, it's tough to go into map 2 when you just lost 12-5. Not a close game, 13-5. I mean, this is going to be tough, especially because WSU's on kind of a weird buy. They have Neon on the Bucky, they have light armors, they have weird guns. So it's going to be a little bit sketchy for them to win this game as they start with a little bit of B aggression, but TKM is going to instantly get a pick. Fortunately, Cams is going to be able to trade him out, but WSU is down their main entry dive duelist, and Ox is going to take out Sui as well, so they lose a lot of map control and man advantage with that. Ox is going to jump out of the smoke, spray down 2 more for a 3K. I mean, this is an impossible situation. Apricity in a 1v3. Neon ult popped to just secure the round. I mean, that is going to be tough stuff.
Yeah, what a game from both Pratt and WSU. That was very close every single round from WSU, but Pratt just kept being able to secure those kills a little bit better, but being able to secure those sites and let those bombs go off, leading to a 8-4 half, especially with them on attack there, and especially now with this being a full game of mental too. On top of very impressive games of Valorant. I mean, it's been 8 hours since we've started this tournament, and these players have got to be getting tired now.
Yeah, certainly the mental is something to worry about. Also, a little bit mentally destructive is when you have TKM on the Omen dropping 22 and 11. I mean, that just can't feel good. Somebody getting a 2 KD in a game playing smokes. I mean, he was able to really just play everything. He was awesome in the clutch. He was able to get 4 first bloods, so he was initiating a lot of the combat there. I mean, I think WSU has a tough couple games ahead of them if they want to try and win this Grand Finals series. And I mean, there's quite a bit of money on the line. It's an $800 prize pool. First and second get different chunks. So I mean, if you come away with the first place prize, that is certainly something to fight for. And WSU are going into it looking a little bit rough.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's honestly, like, this is the first scuffle between these two teams tonight. So it's going to be very interesting to see how WSU kind of takes away in this small break to see what they can do against Pratt, what they can do going forward to counter against their offensive, especially against TKM. And like I said, with that 2-0 KD in a setting like this, that is wildly impressive. So they got a tough fight ahead of them, but it is definitely possible.
Yeah, so we will see you with map 2 after a just very, very short break.
All right, we are back. K-State Esports did a little bit of a quick change here in the caster's booth. Believe it or not, I'm not Groovehouse. I am Inferno, and I'm back.
Yeah, and Relucent on the mic once more for the second map of the Grand Finals. Heartland Showdown 2026. It's Pratt versus WSU, and Pratt securing that first map for us in what was kind of a fight in the first few rounds. Kind of like 6-6, I believe, pretty even. But then, Pratt really pulling ahead.
Yeah, what a treat to watch. I was downstairs with the players, getting to hear some of the comms, getting to hear some of the vibes. A lot going on down there.
For sure.
But two very well matched teams. I do think it was a very close game. Definitely, like I said, just a lot of phenomenal players. The timings that are being taken, the macro. The fights that they are able to find is genuinely just astonishing. It's hard to tell a player's skill in a game like this sometimes based just on some shots, based just on agent mastery, because that can come and go. But the game sense and the knowledge that we are seeing out of these collegiate teams, gotta love it. You don't see it anywhere else outside of a LAN like this.
Yeah, I mean, this is Grand Finals. We've seen some different kinds of teams go through these doors in the group stage and the playoffs, but now it's culminated to these top two teams that are not only talented in terms of macro, but also mechanics. So it's also, who is consistent in terms of aim and swinging, as well as who knows how to play certain angles and work through smokes as well. I mean, we're seeing these double controller, double duelist composition coming out from WSU, one I think is personally very strong. And we're also seeing, a double controller come out from Pratt. And I personally like the double controller a lot more than I do a double duelist composition.
Yeah, Pratt with the double initiator. Obviously, KO is in a weird spot amongst the initiators. Not quite a combat initiator, not quite a full-on info initiator, but this is a pretty common comp. You do see it in VCT quite a bit. It's such a large map. Being able to get so much information is fantastic. However, I personally think that the Waylay an extra util from the Astra makes up for it for the side of WSU. Strictly on paper, I'd have to go WSU here. I mean, I think this entire tournament, we've seen how Neon can just terrorize matches, how Neon can just bully space, bully people out of their plans.
For sure.
And yeah, I'm just excited to see how this offense is going to be able to use it.
Yeah, I mean, Neon has been very dominant, but this Recon Bolt is going to give a little bit of information to Pratt here. It's going to be a first death here. LTK with the first blood. A second for Yumi. Going to get those trades.
Third for Yumi. Where did that come from? No HP now. Stuck in a pinch. Trying to find something before going down.
Yeah, I mean, the shot's just not hitting. LTK gonna fish that one out. LTK has been shooting today, and Kaji as well. Some nice crisp shots. 3K for LTK now in this clutch situation. Half HP. Kaji feeling healthy. It's gonna be hard, but then again, Spike is not in his hands, so this is gonna be Kaji camping it out. But maybe if LTK can figure out where Kaji is, but it's gonna be a swing out, and Kaji gonna come out on top. Just the HP advantage there. You can miss a few shots and not be punished for it.
Yeah, Pratt reminding WSU what the first map was like. Brilliant round out of Yuumi there. Just falling on their shoulders. Finding 3 there is diabolical. The first one, the trade, it's going to happen. Some damage back or forth, a couple body shots, whatever. 1-2 with the last 2 bullets of your Sheriff. That is what separates the good teams from the great. What a pistol round. I'm excited to see how the offense actually plays this eco, because this does not look like a stack to me, Relucent.
Yeah, for sure. And we're going to see very dominant multi-frags change the tide to these. And TKM shots kind of hitting Yuumi, though, with the gun advantage, getting the first pick on the Frozen, first blood of the second round, too. I mean, we're just swinging into it. That's just not how you want to play. Kaji here holding down the line. LTK going to take a lot of damage, 50 HP now. And they know this location. They're ready to fight it, as well as Sui walking down, taking that space. Yuumi with 3. That's just crazy. And now AKZ finally going to get that trade, but it's not quite enough in terms of numbers. 2v4 situation. I mean, they know AKZ is there, and I mean, I'm pretty sure they have these locations on lock, and it's just do or die. Are they gonna choke them out, or are they gonna wait for them to make a mistake?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there has been some great calling all day. However, I will say, I don't know how successful that kind of split information offense is with no real power weapons on your side. This map is massive. There's so many wide angles, so many large spaces. And just like that, the defense collapses in on WSU.
Yeah,
Second round going to Pratt.
The cross was there. They knew they were there. And, they would have the information if they tried to move towards mid. So, I mean, it was just everybody had the information. They were so aware of what things were happening. I mean, it's now the bye round for WSU. Now they can have guns to work with. So this is the round 2 win for them.
Yeah, we're going to have to see it here. A conversion of the bonus round for the defense could be disastrous. We're playing 2 very different styles of compositions. While it looks like mostly the same with, just one initiator swapped out for one duelist, how they end up actually playing, especially defensively, is just so grossly different. You can see it already. Yuumi gets exploratory. Yuumi's job on this defense is to go find a fight and win it. There it is, Yuumi. First blood,
I mean,
just an execution in mid.
I mean, think about it. Blade Storm on the 3rd round is kind of insane to have in your pocket there. So you're going to find some really early value from the multi-frags Yuumi has seen. This Blade Storm also, I mean, just the aura of it itself, taking some space, but Frozen still trying to clear out this mid. But, I mean, they have mid on locked, and they have so many angles that they're keeping through this line of sight. But Yuumi, gonna see some action from Frozen. It's gonna be maybe a slide, but I mean, she's so aware that's gonna be another.
But look at this timing that's about to be found on B. Walking up, this Astra has a full timing onto B. He is beckoning to his team. LTK has this. And look, it's brilliant. He can clear the entirety of back sight.
Oh, the patience.
Yuumi does get taken down. There we go. There's the shot. And there it is.
LTK.
Already in spawn. There's 2. There's 3. LTK putting the team on the back. Trying to get them on the board. And this is just...
the shot's not easy for AKZ. Kind of a stark contrast from what we saw from LTK. But I mean, LTK there, getting that timing, being patient, very beautiful work. So we're going to swing with the dart, which would work if LTK wasn't ready for it. 4K for LTK and a round on the board for WSU.
Yeah, that is diabolical. 4K by walking all the way through B. There was a hole in the hold on the B site. They had the Sheriff and they had, they had the Outlaw and they had the Spectre, and they were holding mid and they were holding left side of entrance, and they were hoping that nobody would walk through Viper's Orb.
I just realized the names are switched.
Oh, we've been wrong team the entire time?
It's the wrong team.
Ooh, this is a bad look.
All right.
Pratt 1 game 1. Yes.
All right.
All right. We're going to see a hit here on to the B site, but look at this. Yuumi trying to hold elbow. So much information gained. He is beckoning to his team that this was a fake. Looks like the defense just isn't ready for it, though. The call of the offense is just so monstrous here. They have perfectly found the hole, and they're going to walk onto the A site. All this utility used are sending Neon on a journey, but a fruitless one at that. He's going to find one player, and he's not ready for it. No, he is going to go down, but the trade comes through. 4v4.
Yuumi on a, adventure of their own, gonna be caught out though. AKZ with this late rotate, gonna catch this rotation from Kaji.
No,
the
shots!
Kaji gonna punish that, and it's Cosmic Divide invested from Pratt here. 3v3. Okay, 2v2. Now the trades are there. The Paranoia coming up and not hitting. 8% swinging, gonna get punished by LTK, and it's gonna be another round for Pratt.
Yeah. LTK, Ariev, able to hold down the front site there. Beautiful Asher's Wall, by the way. They understood the space that they had. They understood the best places for their defenders to hold. And just like that, everyone got one. Everyone was eating. That's a brilliant play out of Asher. 9-2, but even more impact just that you can't even see on the stat board.
Sure.
And we're only 4 rounds into this.
Yeah, I mean, LTK has been finding value not only as a controller, but as somewhat of a shooter themselves, which has been great to see. Yuumi, though, also finding so much value as a duelist. This is going to be a crazy timing. They know LTK's there now, so Yumi's not going to find them being valid timing. A little bit of damage onto LTK, a little dinks, some floor shots, but I think they're just going to give them that space back. I don't think we're going to get too overzealous with this dash onto Frozen.
The shots are there.
It's going to get that pick, albeit not convincing, but TKM in a kind of sus spot. Going to get one for their troubles. Sui going to get that trade, though. It's a 3v3 situation. And Astra's looking a little bit low for Pratt. Sui here with a nice line. Yuumi doing that damage. 5 HP, though. Just barely coming out alive.
3v2 now for the defenders. Not a lot of HP to go around. Not a lot of time. But the numbers advantage, if played correctly, can be enough. He sees the shoulder, but he doesn't see the shots come through. Not a lot left now for the attackers. 2v1. They're going to have to get on bomb. The time is ticking, but there's a rewrap from the Viper. We're not ready for it. The shot's not going to come through, and there's no way to hold on for Sui. That is round 3 for Pratt.
Yeah, and what a climb back up from what was those 2 rounds lost from them. But I have to say, AKZ really good at finding those timings. And I think that's what is the pure essence of what Pratt has, is the understanding of the game, or having that game sense on a integral level where they can find such good timings using those smokes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there is nothing more oppressive to play against than a smart controller player. I have said this for years after playing on a team with some pretty good ones. I would rather have a smart controller player than a goated duelist or a smart sentinel or anything like that, because they are the ones who control the space on the map on the most fundamental level.
Hands going to be seen here. It's going to be fully flash. Frozen trying to find it. The Paranoia not going to do enough. Sui finding 2, though. Frozen's pick not quite traded out yet, though. It's a 4v3. The Viper's pick going to be popped, though. That might secure them this round. It's covering front of sight. Frozen with 2, though. They're just holding this down. Finally, the trades are there. 2v2 situation. Yuumi, though, has been the multi-fragger. Maybe can salvage this. Kaji as well has been getting that clutch.
Look at this, it could be found.
This timing, but AKZ and LTK holding it down for a 4th round for Pratt.
I love the simplicity there. I think it's really easy at this high of a level of Valorant. To just, see this, see what's happening, see the ranks you're playing against, think about how you've been playing all day, it's really easy to overcook. It's really easy to overcomplicate it. As you know, as someone else who IGLs, I completely understand. Sometimes you're thinking that what you're doing is enough, but no. Plain and simple. We have Viper's Pit. We've been successful on A. Let's take front A. Let's Viper's Pit. Let's win a round. That's what they went and did, and that is a very pivotal one at that. The defenders on Sheriffs and Dreams now. This should be another cleanup, pushing them to 2-5.
For sure. I mean, Bladestorm popped. Now they're taking so much space. Kaji tagged, and Hunter's Fury going to be invested. LTK going to take a little damage, but that's a nice kill for Ari to start out the round.
And another tag. Ari, shot in the dark. Gonna find it. 5v4, the bomb down. And they're leading in HP. And they're leading.
Util still not used. That Sonar Dart can be useful. Yuumi with the pick of their own, though. That Deagle, but Frozen gonna shut down the rotation from April City. Gonna take some more space. Cams, though, is here. The smokes are gonna come out. Yuumi with one, but LTK gonna get a nice little pick of their own. And now the smoke is there. It's gonna be so hard to flood here. 2v3. LTK holding it down. 3K once more. This is the story of the century. Time after time, LTK really holding it down for the team.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. LTK is a force. 13-3, second Asher Wall, by the way, online for round 8. That is absolutely wild. I mean, once again, that's the type of player I want on my team. I'm not sure if he's IGLing, but, I mean, you can't have a player of this caliber on a role like this without it being such a massive mental and macro boost. I mean, when your smokes player is the one who's calling shots, the one who's making the frags happen, the one who's taking the clutches, it's so easy to keep rolling because they see the most around the map. And here it is, Neon ult.
Come in, gonna get one, a little bit of damage onto April City as well. Frozen just on a rampage, gonna get another 3K for Frozen, gonna get shut down by Sui with that operator. The rotation's already there, but they know TKM gonna challenge this, though, is ready, gonna wait this smoke out, and it's gonna be a little bit of a delay. I like this. Don't swing into an operator. That's not smart. TKM, it's gonna be a test of patience, but
he hears the footsteps, the shot.
Beautiful shutdown onto that operator. It's out of their hands now. Yuumi, though, with a shot of their own. Beautiful, beautiful work. It's a 2v3 now, but they know that TKM in place there is gonna fall. Now it's a 2v2, and now it's looking dire. That the time is running out. Can they prevent this defuse from happening? It's tapped, not halved. Cam's looking devastatingly low, and the bomb is gonna go out, and they're gonna opt to save the gun for another round.
Yeah, good play by the Omen there. Just some of the micro stuff, right? He understood that the round was lost. He wanted to burn as much util as possible. You know, maybe get an attacker to die to the bomb. You know, lose a little bit of momentum. But you want to talk about momentum, we're right back at it. Another round for Pratt on the board. The buy now for the defense looking a little iffy. 5 ults for them, but what are the 5 ults good for if you're down by 4 rounds? I think this is just a fundamental difference in waiting for the perfect ult versus waiting for the ult that will win you the round, win you the fight, or even just, win your one pick for the round. Look, this team is now stacked towards mid. If they can get an early frag here onto one of the important ultimates, who cares if it's in the tank?
All right, Bladestorm popped now. They want to get some early picks as well as that Viper's Pit. This is the round. Ari, though, going to shut down Sui. No op shots for you, sir. And it's going to be a first pick. LTK with the pick of their own. Cam's going to respond, but TKM going to shut that down with a nice little trade. Kaji shutting down LTK in that Viper's Pit. It still has plenty of fuel, but they're going to go in the spawn here and get behind April City. This is very peculiar. This timing might be crazy. Aw, that is so sad. Kaji not going to find too much value with that Viper's Pit, and now they're on a different site, but they're going to challenge Kaji with... Okay, they're just allowed to do that.
Yeah, I mean, the phrase domination comes to mind. 7-2 lead on this map, 14-5 for your top frag. He's on ult 2 or 3. I kind of stopped counting at this point. And you're doing stuff like that. You're swing spawn full ADS with a dash up. Why not? You're running through spawn, finding a timing onto a player. Why not? You're getting that first pick onto an op. Why not? They are just absolutely playing like the better team on every level. I think the macro is there. I think the calling is there. I think the clutches are there. We're gonna have to see how they can push through the rest of this half.
I mean, I thought they had the answers there, but not when they're shooting like that. I mean, the op shots just weren't hitting, and that's an expensive gun to be investing in. They're gonna get a nice little tag there. I mean, now it's seek and destroy for Frozen dashing into sight there. Knows Aper City is there. I mean, Molly gonna not be able to find value. Frozen gonna find one, but Sui gonna punish a late rotation. It's gonna be Yuumi with the deagle getting one to Frozen, and it's gonna be the Cosmic Divide. Maybe? No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Cosmic Divide invested there. No value from that shock dart, but it's going to be sus here, swinging this Cosmic Divide. Yuumi with one of their own. LTK, the shots are hitting, but now it's a 1v3. Can it happen? Yuumi, no! But finally, Kaji going to trade out the teammate and finish out the round, but that was scary.
Yeah, LTK finding 3 there. I like the idea of the Asher's Divide, but I'm not so sure about that late lurk on the offense. I feel like what you have been doing has been so successful. Why mix it up? If you're Cosmic Dividing, what extra value are you gaining by sending a late lurker through mid? I think that maybe the idea wasn't there. I think they were trying to change things for change's sake. If I'm up 2-7 and I'm shooting like that, you're holding my hand in A main, and we're going to win this round.
Yeah.
I think they just need, once again, the simple rounds are the ones that they're playing the best. I think if Pratt can stick to their guns, stick to their shots, this could be an absolute blowout for them. And so far, it is looking that way.
I mean, their game sense just on the... It's just so good, and it has nothing to do with skill. It's just knowing the game on a mental level. It's just in your heart. It's just the passion that you have. Frozen here already lurked up into this connector to mid. Could find a nice pick, the wall up to deny some line of sight. But with their friends along the way, they're going to be pushing onto the site soon. No information quite yet, but that's... maybe not heard that dash, but now they're going to hear that. A little bit of a tag for Frozen, as well as a push through main as well. I mean, Aper City still holding it down. Not been cleared quite yet. A lot of spams coming out, and it's going to be Hunter's Fury delaying that plant from Pratt. I mean...
Uh-oh, TKM not ready for the yellow player. That is going to be the first blood over to the defense. And here it is. Here's the K-wall. This is what we were talking about. They need to start using these to win some rounds, and this is a brilliant time to do it. Doesn't matter, though. K-wall doesn't turn off the game. Frozen gets his. 3v4 turned into a 2v4. LTK from mid. He finds 2. LTK. We've said it again and again. It's another brilliant shot, and this player's half HP. If LTK can hold his reserve, hold his nerve, this could be another round for him. A shorty in hand. This could be monstrous. LTK. He has all the info. He didn't even know that it was halved. There it is. LTK finds 4. Finds the 8th round for Pratt. And he is going down in the history books for Lucent.
This guy is insane. LTK with 21 kills on the board. I mean, this has to be illegal in some kind of country, but it's not America, guys. And I mean... somebody's got to shut this guy down, but it's not happened yet. LTK finding value just from living to the end of those rounds.
Yeah, and I mean, just... look, obviously Valorant is a team game. Everyone is providing their roles, but even just a quick hit of tab, 21-6.
Yeah.
No one else on your team is positive. Now, not to say that the rest of his team is playing bad, obviously, but on a purely fragging level, this guy isn't the backbone. He's the entire body. He is doing it all for his team right now. And I mean, he
That's another Cosmic Divide online.
Oh my goodness. I mean, you get 4 kills in a round, it'll do that, huh?
Yeah, Frozen with the first pick on Sui. I bet it was a crazy slide. Kaji waiting in the wings. AKZ on that late spawn hold, but Yuumi with the deagle gonna get one. Kaji with theirs as well. Gonna bring the numbers even, and now it's a 2v4. I mean, this isn't what you're looking for. Plant is down, though. They just have to play stall. The shot's not hitting for Ari. 8 HP. It's Yuumi with the backstab, and AKZ unable to finish out the round.
Yeah, everything going a little bit wrong there for Pratt. I think maybe not quite being in pace, in space with their util. They really were just kind of pushing for the sake of pushing. Wasn't necessarily a gamble sack from the defense. Wasn't necessarily a good read from the defense.
Yeah.
They just kind of, pushed through smokes, got over aggressive, weren't ready to trade, weren't ready to dart for the team, weren't ready to flash for their team. And I think that's what happens when, if my teammate's popping for getting the 1v4 clutch, I'm getting hyped too, and it's really hard to bring yourself back down to the level you have to play at.
Yeah.
This is a serious collegiate event. You are playing another amazing team that has fought their way all the way to grand finals for the share of this $800 prize. These aren't pushovers. This is a real competitor, and you have to give them the respect that they deserve.
Yeah, for sure. And we're going to see the side swaps now. I have to say, if that was a round they were going to win, that was it for WSU. Just trying to get more rounds on the board is all you can do. They're down 4, but they've got 4 on the board, so that should be doable. This is a pistol round. Anything can happen. The drone, I mean, the sonar dart going to find some information, but Cam's here on the line. So many smokes. It's going to be some information from TKM tag. I mean, the swing for Frozen is not good, as they are aware, as well as TKM going to be falling. I mean, they just capitalize off of the information they're given, and this is exactly what you want to see if you are, what is it, the Hornets? Stingers Up.
Wushok, I believe they put as their mascot, whatever that means.
WSU, I thought it was Stingers Up.
I think so. I don't know.
The Shockers.
Shockers. There. Yeah, thank you. That took an embarrassing amount of time. Unlike the site take, 5v3 getting bombed down. About 35 seconds away from another cleanup.
This might be Cam's playground on the pistol round. Sui with the kill onto their counterpart, though. Is that a Soba diff I smell? Let's think about it, but Kaji gonna find some action soon. Maybe this is a timing that AKZ wants, but no. It's gonna be Kaji taking out the Viper clone.
Yeah, no, absolutely. A bit of diffs there, and we've been spending a lot of time talking about LTK, rightfully so. But I mean, on the side of the offense, on the side of WSU, Yumi, this guy has been a dog all day long. I can tell you from firsthand experience, this guy has been a dog. Cams has been absolutely monstrous. What is with this tournament and goated smokes players? Between Corner Ginger, LTK, Cams, like we have seen so many phenomenal controllers. Maybe it's the meta, maybe it's just my brain. But I love to see it. I love to see all this tactical play, and I think we're going to get to see more of it here as finally WSU is showing some bite on Breeze.
Okay, Cam's here inserted nicely. Gets a little bit of an information about who might be playing mid, but there's no one directly on B. They have a star there to delay, and I think they're none the wiser. AKC gonna walk down into connector. Aper City late, though. Gonna maybe look for some kind of rotations from A to B when they pull that information or pull that attention, but it looks like a pivot towards A. I don't know if this is the read they're looking for, but Kaji inserted here. Waiting for the team. I mean, this is anybody's game. There's not much information for either of the teams, so I feel like this is a coin flip pivot.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they're running away from LTK. Don't know if that was intentional, but I would too. They are going to take out the front site player. They know that there's one back there. They swing out to no avail. This is just a run-through for WSU. 5-8, they're looking to make it 6. They are just holding W on to site. A minor resistance shown, but it's just not enough as WSU claims round number 6.
WSU is clawing the numbers back round by round on this attack. Now it's only 2 rounds deficit, and this is so winnable.
Yeah, I mean, 21-9 LTK, pretty impressive. 2011 for Yui, that's about the same thing. This is a band for band if I've ever seen one.
And this is a BO3, no?
This is a BO3.
All right, so this is do or die for WSU. They have to take this map if they want to secure the grand finals. A little bit of money in your pocket and lots of bragging rights for sure.
Yeah, slight correction. I believe this is the grand finals, unless I'm mistaken.
Yeah, grand finals BO3.
Yep. Sorry, I misheard, but I didn't mishear that shot from Yumi. Outlaw 140 to the body, but a lot more than that to the head. There's 2 headshots from the Outlaw for him. We were just talking about it. He wants this win more than anyone else in the lobby right now.
I mean, they're just not able to punish Yumi just yet. TKM gonna find a pick of their own, though. But, I mean, nothing has been taken yet. No site committed quite yet, but Aper City looking to maybe contest it, but that's a shot down connector. Now they have to speed up. I mean, you either get caught by the rotation, but Kaji's late, so maybe if that flank had happened, they would have been there. But I mean, I like this play, but now Spawn, you have no control over the other side of Spite. I mean, that's a beautiful flash. Nothing to come of it, though. The drone gonna find so much information. TKM, the shots are there. Nasty with the Guardian. And that's exactly what you want to see. Another one for Ari, gonna bring it to a 2v3. Very winnable. I would say 2v2.1. And that's gonna be a quick
2 for Sui.
Transfer from Sui to bring it to an advantage, but okay, caught repositioning. And now Ari on the defuse, gonna get it hacked. Kaji going to swing out is red, though. Ari is ready and it's going to be Kaji finishing out the round. I mean, bro was kind of just sitting there AFK for a little bit of that.
Yeah. You know, he knew his job and he was playing it well.
Yeah.
Sova got caught trying to pull it back, realizing once he got those two, he was overextended. That's a 2v1. You play time on that. Perfect bomb plant. Yes, they were up in numbers. Yes, it slipped a little bit, but they held on when it mattered most. This is exactly what I was talking about. You can't give WSU too much runway. Look, it's 7-8. They're up in eco, and it looks like they know it. It looks like a very decisive A split here. One duelist and one controller towards this main, and then the rest towards mid. They know what spaces they need to control. It looks like they want to do it. They're going to call out the walkout. TKM, been a shooter, but going to be a non-factor in this round.
So predictable, that walkout. I mean, they darted it. It was so obvious. They wanted information on what was going on in the attacker lobby, and they were ready for it. Yuumi with this outlaw should have been easily punishable if they weren't aware, but they gave so much information early with that util, and now they have the rotations, though. This flood has to be good. Otherwise, it's going to be shut down by Ari on this cross angle, but I think Kaji's aware. I mean, Yuumi, though, with the outlaw going to get that's kind of gross. Another.
Yuumi.
Okay. And that's a 3K for Yuumi and a Psych secured 5v2. This should be winnable for WSU to bring them to the equalizer against Pratt. A good bit of damage tagged, but now
he's looking for the ace. 25 and 12 for him, but no, LTK going to shut him down. Who else but LTK? Immediately going to get trade out. 4v1 now. Nothing short of a miracle would stop WSU on this one.
He might have the read here, gonna punish a walkout. Oh!
I mean, that's a free Vandal right there. 300 credits turned into 2,900 real quick. They are gonna let this round slip away, though. Try and hold on to this minor economic
That's like
boom
picking up a $20 bill off the side of the road.
Yeah.
Picking it up off the side of the road, in quotes, like you just like slime someone out for it, but
yeah.
That's what we're gonna tell the cops.
Yeah, a little bit. 8-8.
That's an equalizer. That's exactly what the Shockers needed, and now they're even, and now they're back in it.
Yeah, absolutely. 8-8, finally an even buy. The ult economy even a little in the attacker's favor, a little bit in WSU's favor. LTK had a bit of a quiet half so far. Yuumi, been the star. A lot of first bloods, a lot of multi-kills, and a lot of dragging his team over the finish line.
But Sui has been consistent in getting those trades, which I think is also important to know.
Yeah, absolutely. Sui also playing a little bit of Chamber earlier today. He is a master on those scoped weapons. He is a master on hitting those critical shots. And then you move him to a role like this Scan Initiator, where now he has that value, but also the ability to frag out because of it. But no, TKM is holding ready with open arms for the attackers.
Oh, my Frozen for the backstab there. Cam's going to answer it, but they're
Sui
already
has
on
a
this side. Going to
timing.
find this timing, but they're going to take so much damage. Going to get the shot, though, 7 HP, and a dream from Sui. The Odin going to fall. TKM with the shorty, though. That's crazy. Blade Storm pops, but going to be shut down. Kaji in the 1v1. Again, these Vipers, it's going to be a test of not only skill, but the mental fortitude. I mean, because that's what Vipers do. They just play with your mind.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were talking about a pre-round. This is as even as you can be. 8-8, even guns, even economy. And now it's an even 1v1, full HP to full HP, Viper versus Viper. This is cinema in the making. WSU needs this round to stay alive, fight for a map 3. Pratt, they want this round. They need this round to be able to secure this, walk home about $500 richer. But the time is ticking down. AKZ was a little too methodic. Look at this confidence, though. He knows where the player is. He has the half. He's going to be correct. But the time is not on his side. Kaji gets the last pick, pushes it. 9-8. WSU is on a roll. And if I'm Pratt, I am needing a timeout right about now.
This should be a timeout. If it wasn't when they were, brought even there. And now it's like, what is the answer here? They're on these Sheriff buys. So something's got to give. They were doing so well on that defense.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I do believe Breeze is a pretty offense-side map, especially with comps like this. Obviously, you're not playing any hard Sentinel, so when you're on the offense, you are going to do a little better, but, I mean, that's no excuse for losing, what, 5 straight?
Oh, my days!
Oh, no, Yuumi How have you done that?
They expected the aggression and B main and was waiting for it. That was beautiful, beautiful reads. 5 HP from Yuumi, so almost got traded out, but not quite. That's just, you know, the gun diffs there. They had a save by. So, I mean, they're going to find a timing. TKM, they know where TKM is playing now.
Oh, look
so
at this hold. If
this
he
is disgusting.
clicks to the left, he is taken out. There it is. Sui finds the shot. 4v2 as they're going to try and execute onto the site. The blind.
Gonna be there. April City gonna finish off that kill, although, I mean, this is so much value. Yuumi 5 HP, and they were able to find one pick is what they want to see, but Sui, beautiful, beautiful work.
Shooting the body bit, letting them know. I mean, you are on a 6-round win streak. Your duelist is on for 27 and 14, and the game's not even in its twilight yet.
Yep.
There it is, LTK calling the timeout. Probably waiting for a buy round there. We mentioned they could have called it last round. I personally prefer waiting for the buy round as well. What has to be going on in their heads here?
I mean, firstly, you're getting read to pieces here. I mean, the early aggression B is good, but not when Yuumi, who we know has been sitting with that sniper consistently, is going to be watching down either a B or mid site probably. But we've also conditioned them to expect a mid smoke early, so it's either going to be B or A lobby where Yuumi is going to be aiming down sites.
Yeah, here's my take on the situation. I think that on defense they are being too greedy for information. They don't need it. Look at their composition. They basically have a Sentinel in that Viper. They have instant rotate with the Neon. They have universal util with the Astra. You don't need the information. Breeze is one of the most defender start maps. You know, you talk about space that you have, space that you don't have, space that you have to fight for. Look at how much space the defense has off rip. There are so many sightlines they can hold, especially when you're getting destroyed by a Jet who's buying an outlaw every round.
For sure. I feel like that mid smoke is unnecessary, and it gives them a lot. If there's no mid smoke, they get a lot more information there.
Yeah, but I think one of the biggest issues is just by getting aggressive, you're handing over leads to the other team. It hasn't worked for 6 rounds straight. Why are we doing it? And it looks like my read might be calling out no early aggression across the map. They're going to let them take some of this site. They want to hold the backside. They want to hold the space they can, and it works out. AKZ with the first blood. That is beautiful.
Trades coming out in mid as well. TKM with the op. Going to find one on site. AKZ going to be late, but Sui none the wiser. Taking down LTK. It's going to be Hunter's Fury from Ari. Tagging one. Sui going to be a little bit lower. Nothing else to come from it, but a little bit of damage. A nice tag. 2v3. Plant is not down quite yet, though.
Enemy tag.
Yeah, they're both fighting for information. They had a 3v3. LTK got a little exploratory, and that lost them the even. They have to go down to a 2v3, and now they have to start taking risks. They have to start looking for a pick, an equalizer, a hope. But the Viper's pit is not cleared properly. That is just straight up gambling, and it's never going to go your way. The house always wins. The defense crumbles. WSU advances to 11-8.
Yeah, and this is very rough looking for Pratt now. I mean, that Viper's pit was truly beautiful, and I would have liked to see maybe, I mean, it was the Sofa that was last alive, no? I feel like they could have used util to figure out where they were in that pit or swung in together.
Yeah, I think they have that mindset that you need, where when you're down, you need information, you need a duel, you need a pick somewhere, but I think it's maybe too much. I think they need to temper that with the general laws of Valorant. Don't swing solo. Don't swing without info. Don't swing without any form of util with you. And it looks like we're going to see a little bit of a scrap here. But I do like this adjustment. Even on their eco, they're making them swing. This could be a timing onto the off, but no. Kaji able to open his third eye, find that nice little shot, start pushing towards A main.
Fury going to be invested by WSU to find some kind of tag. Already there to meet it. These rotations are good from Pratt. Maybe they can find something here. The attack operator crazy. I don't know where Froze is looking, but it's not there. Are we gonna fall? But a little bit of a trade. It's gonna be a little pepperoni.
And yeah, I mean, immediately look at the setup for the offense now. Bomb is down. That's your 5th man. It's effectively a 5v2. You have the guns.
Okay, LTK gonna get a free little pick with the deagle. Just shots not hitting for Sui, unfortunately. But it's still a 2v3. It's still looking good for WSU. Yumi, though, going to be taking this lobby space. It's going to be readable. The Paranoia going to go out. Not going to hit, though. Kaji going to be holding this line. LTK not finding anything.
Kaji finds
fall.
one. Kaji's able to reset. Find two. In the industry, we just call that a one-tap and hope nobody was watching. But
yeah,
you know, a couple one-taps there from Kaji. But that's 12-8, and it does not look close. This team has been on an offensive rampage. They are getting these first bloods. They are getting the picks. They're slowing down when they need to. And ultimately, they're playing together. They're swinging together. They're taking sight. They're getting bomb down. And once that bomb is down, they're done swinging. They're holding their space. They're playing, you know, they're playing Viper. They're playing KO. They're playing Sova. You are allowed to calm down. You are allowed to play your post plant slow and methodical. And that's where they've seen the most success.
Match point for grand finals. Can WSU close it out? Yumi with its attack operator. Very, very sus move, but they've been making it work with Bladestorm also online to answer
That is
any
such
close
confidence.
fights. This is very scary, but it's not going to be punished quite yet. TKM on this line. Going to see them take him down.
What an adaptation from the defense.
Oh,
and what a shot from
Cams
Cams.
with the trade. Beautiful, beautiful one tap. And Cam's going to re-clear mid. I like this from them, but they're opting to pivot to B. I like this. These fakes are beautiful, and it's going to pull their attention. They don't quite know what site they're going to be committing to, but every teammate from Pratt is playing off site. They don't really care about fighting this early, but they're watching for information here. Frozen on this line. Going to be caught out here. Sui keeping the information. Going to see the gun barrel of AKZ as well.
But they're not able to activate off of that. They do get Viper mollied off. 40 seconds still on the clock, but that op, the shot is going to miss. The overdrive to stall for time, but the knife comes through. He has to swing with an operator. He has nothing. Capricity Cams. Kaji making it all happen all at once. 12-8 now. WSU needs one more kill to force map 3 in the grand finals of Heartland Showdown.
I mean, it's do or die right now. Pratt had the upper hand, but now might be going to a map 3, and it looks like it's gonna be GG's. I mean, Sui not really, Ari not really fighting this like I'd like, but I mean, this timing might be good. Gonna catch them out, but not hitting the shots quite yet, and it's gonna be playing with their food now as Kaji double swing this. Nothing gonna hit, and it's gonna be attack, a win, and a map 3 for grand finals. WSU taking the second map.
Yeah, map 3. Say what you want about these teams. Say what you want about these players. They know how to give us some good content.
Oh yeah.
You know, we make that esports money, so the longer this rolls,
Yeah.
we're there. 27-16 for Yumi, 23-16 for ITK. I mean, just an absolute brawl. Kaji even 21-9 on that Viper.
Oh, that's not our names.
That is not our names. I wish I was Percival. That guy's really cool.
Really?
Oh yeah, super cool guy. Shout out Percival. I hope he's watching. But what a map. That was so fun to watch. Just offense versus offense. They traded back and forth. I have never seen a scoped Jet player like Yumi. He is swinging everything. Outlaw, dash up. He's swinging. He swung mid doors with an operator with no smoke for no reason in the last round of that game, and it ended up working for his team. I love that confidence. When you are on one, when you are feeling it, and you are playing against these other high-level teams, the difference between winning and losing is momentum and mental. If you can stay on top of your mental, if you can win out these rounds, if you can show that you are confident, you're not afraid, that's how you win these. If you put these two teams against each other, they're evenly matched.
Yeah.
But it's all about the momentum. It's all about the reads. And they had all of that in the second half when it mattered most.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this also is just one of those testaments of endurance for the side of WSU. This has been a long, long day, and losing that first map can really do it for you, especially how close the early games have been for both of these maps. Map 1 and Map 2 have been a fight head-to-head, and it was kind of a reverse sweep in the Map 2. So, I mean, I think that's really admirable in a way as well. We're going to wait for this second map to load in, but until then, Inferno, anything else?
Nothing else really. Gather your thoughts, gather your friends, heck, gather your family. We're about to see map 3. We're going to see which team walks away with first place, a bunch of bragging rights, or second place and a little bit of cash in their pockets. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with map 3. Hello and welcome back to KSU Esports Heartland Showdown 2026. Relucent is gone, and we got
Groove House.
Groove House. Heck yeah, we are so excited. This is map 3 of Heartland Showdown. It's do or die. All cards on the table. Who's walking away with 550 bucks in their pocket? Who's walking away with 250? I think I muddled the numbers a little bit.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but this is it. Everything comes down to this. 7, 8, 9 hours of Valorant straight, all down to one final map.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself, Groove. The teams are getting ready. Let's go ahead, check in with them. WSU versus Pratt. Let's take a look at these compositions real quick. Looks like we're doing the double smoke chamber for the side of the defense, for the side of WSU. Fairly common in my experience, especially in VCT. You still get a lot of offensive pressure between the Viper and the chamber, but your defense is so strong because you basically are playing 2 sentinels. And then for the side of the offense, we are seeing the double initiator, double controller actually. This one's a lot less common in my opinion. Sky on such a small map is sometimes enough info for people. Sometimes you don't play double initiator. My team does, but that's more on a character comfortability basis. And we pair it with the double duelist, not necessarily the double smokes.
Yeah, and each team is running the all-important Brimstone on this map. Those lineups, those smokes are just so good on bind.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I am excited to see what WSU can break out here. I mean, we saw a battle of 2 offensive titans. Let's start seeing some defense here. I think that will be the make or break. Here's the Neon, but flashed by his own team. There's the first blood to Yumi. Gets straight out immediately, but the shots come through. Apracity is going to find that. And the entirety of the defense is in showers.
Yeah, WSU has pretty much fully cleared A, except for A short here, and they're able to get on site and get that bomb down.
But he still finds one. AKZ gets one on the way out. He wants to even this up. 3v3 now. I think they're realizing they've got an open site. They can plant for long. They can clear what they need to clear. And most importantly, they can send that Brimstone into elbow. This Brim of the offense is going to be such a nuisance. Look, he's holding the smoke. If they try and walk through, that's a free shot for him. And if not, he heard all 3. He gets a free timing. This is brilliant for the side of the post plant. Look, he hears everything, and he hits nothing. No!
For LTK, we've seen him play so well all day, but that's the first whiff today.
Yeah, 2v2, but the clock is ticking down. Sui finds his, the lone Viper player for the offense, to hold off the defuse, but no, Yumi, Sui are going to get it done and going to defuse in the nick of time. 5 seconds left separating that pistol round, but it's going to go to the defense.
Yeah, ever since the second half of last map, WSU has just been on a heater. They've been just kind of unstoppable, coming back from 8-4 up to 13-8, not a round lost, and starting this map with a round win, and with that extra econ, we're probably gonna win round 2 of this map. That's going to be a lot of rounds won. Pratt has got to be feeling that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just an absolute tear, and especially a tear out of this guy right here, Yumi, the duelist player. With an outlaw in his hands, offense, defense, it don't matter. He's finding his picks. You know what I would give to have this guy on my team, Groove? I would trade the production staff. I'd trade the facility. I'd trade you. You're off my team. If I could get Yumi, you're off my team. Like, this guy has just been an absolute game changer. And look, they are in a stalemate here because the offense knows that they have the worst guns, they have the worst hold, and there it is. 2 picks going to come through for the defense. They still have so much space. Yumi finds 2, Yumi finds 3, and Sui cleans it up. A 3-piece for the Waylay on round 2. 2 ult orbs from Ultimate, 3 ult orbs from that chamber op. This is already a scary snowball for WSU.
Absolutely. And we've been able to see them clutch up some econs too. Some thrifties. So I wouldn't be surprised if WSU wins this this gun disadvantage too.
Yeah, it all is going to come down to this B fight here. Look, 4 attackers towards the B site, especially B long. B long, so powerful to take on this map because that also gives you access to a instant A rotate at any time you need it. And look, they're going to send the Neon. They're going to send the Skydog. They want this space. They're going to make the defenders pull off, but Yuumi walks all the way down A main and finds the lurk. That means the offense has to commit to this site. They're down 4v5. They have to take what's given to them, but it's not perfect. They are walking into some fire. WSU up numbers, up on space. Kaji finds it. Or he's going to get a nice little pick, but it might be in vain. A lot is on his shoulders, and it just can't come through. Yuumi cleans it up as he's done oh so many times. And there it is, Groove. There is that bonus round roll that you were talking about.
Absolutely. WSU having the absolute momentum of a lifetime here. This has been, what? They won 8 rounds. I think 9 rounds in a row. Now 3. This is now an entire half that they have not lost a round for.
Yeah, and I mean, LTK was an absolute dog in the first half of the last game. He's probably gotten 2 kills in the last 12 rounds of Valorant played. He has been on a struggle, and that's not what you want to see out of one of, if not your best player. And there it is. Sui is going to find the opening pick again. They sent a single initiator into showers. No disrespect towards the offense, but I'm not quite sure on that call there. You're sending your player with your most util on a solo mission on your eco round. And look, the offense has to scramble already. They're holding onto this A space. That's a nice shot, but it gets straight out. Yuumi, ever present.
Yeah, WSU be able to just kind of stick to their twos on each site, but Pratt kind of scrambling for positioning here.
Yeah, Pratt just slipping down. This is their eco. Any damage they can find is beauty, but 45 seconds. Looks like they're advancing on this A site, and if they can pull this off correctly, they will actually have a numbers advantage despite the gun disadvantage. And here it is. We're going to send that Fade Eye. I think we're going to start to get smokes down, and we're going to go, but no, Yuumi with the Waylay ult. He wants to stall, and that's all he's doing. He gets mollied off. No chance for follow-up, but he doesn't even mind. All he wants is to burn this clock, put the pressure on. Look, the fight is happening now. Yuumi finds 1. Yuumi finds his 2, his 3rd of the round. And I mean, Yuumi, I feel like I'm saying this guy's name every 15 seconds, but how could you not? 9-1 through 4 rounds of defense.
Yeah, Yumi's been doing amazingly on WSU, really helping push that team forward more and more, and especially with a currently 9-0 KD, which is insane to think about.
Yeah.
Like, it's they feel unstoppable now with an entire maps win worth of rounds in a row. We can only see, and Pratt, they seem to be kind of struggling on the mental front.
Yeah, I was mentioning this to Relucent after last game. Do you have any idea how much of a mental boom it is to lose that many rounds in a row? You know that you guys are evenly matched, but you're walking into an operator. This is what I'm talking about. They're not doing the little things right. They're not clearing their angles. They're not playing together. They're not getting these trades. Because I think the mental's gone. I think the comms are down. You are a phenomenal team who just can't put a single round together. That's got to get to you. He's still holding this op line, and it doesn't hit, but his teammate will. There it is. 3v5 for the offense now, with very little options.
Toxin screen down.
We're going to see a Brim brawl in showers. I lied. He left. Wait, here we go. Yeah, and LTK gonna get his first kill in a little while. He's gonna win out that shower space, but it is gonna alert the defense that we are trying to hit the A site. Here it is, the Fade Eye coming in. It looks like they're trying to give up the original plant and then play Flood, but we're gonna swing. LTK is gonna take a lot of damage for his trouble.
Spike planted.
AKZ gets 1. Yuumi Swings through the smoke. He sees a shoulder, but not the shot. 2v2 now for the defense. Health is on their side. The fake bird from Sky. Did you see that? The fake flash getting him to dodge the angle. And that's as easy as 1, 2, 3 for the defense now. 1, get on the bomb. 2, line up the shot. And 3, close out the round.
What a round from both Pratt and WSU. So back and forth that entire round, especially on that A side.
Yeah, I mean, this is a treat to watch, even though it is very one-sided score-wise. I do think there's a lot of good things happening for the offense, but once again, I feel like they're playing the big correctly. I feel like the little is where they're falling apart. We're dry-swinging operators into a chamber player who loves opping. You can't do that, especially on a map like Bind, where it's ever-present. He can be anywhere all the time. He has his TP, he has the map TPs, he has so much friendly util. You can't do that. You have your own pieces of util. You're playing double initiator for a reason. Let's use it. Let's Fade Dog. Let's Sky Flash. You have to get the little stuff right to win the big stuff like Heartland Showdown.
Absolutely. Ooh, AKZ with a lurk here, but Sui now watching that angle.
With an operator too. This is confidence from him. He's looking
really trying his best out here.
And he is going to make contact. Not going to find anything, and he doesn't want to give up this op. He's going to back up to site. It's going to give the attackers a bit of an opening towards this B site. It just depends on what the anchor can find. There it is. There's the Skydog. He's going to find both. That is going to start the hit. He's stunned out. The trade comes through. Frozen gets that shot. He wants the gun. He's going to push elbow while the rest of his team tries to take frontside, but there was a rewrap by Yuumi. Yuumi is in hookah. He's going to try and hold on to his space. Frozen finds another 4v2 now, but they don't know about Yuumi. Yuumi is the win con here. And no, there he is. He spotted out. What can you do now? 7 bullets. You're standing in the middle of nowhere. Cams comes to help, but the HP isn't there. The time isn't there. AKZ gonna get one. The Brimble gonna claim another. That is the first round for Pratt's offense.
Seems like Pratt was able to finally kind of just take a good enough deep breath, start thinking about those little things, because especially this late into a tournament, you can't stop thinking about those about the little details that let you win. So it seems like Pratt really started taking those more into consideration with that last round, which really helped them get that round win, especially with a thrifty.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You mentioned the little stuff. They got dogged out, and what did they do? They swung it together with util. Yes, they got taken out by the better weaponry, but they got the trade. That's what you want on eco rounds, and it seems like they might be able to figure that out. Another perfect example, they 1B long. How do you take it? Throw some util at it. It recharges, it comes back, but that space doesn't. Once you claim that space, the defense loses it for the rest of the round.
Absolutely. Pratt kind of gathering their wits, trying to get this B-side attack. Just kind of waiting for util.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to maybe burn a bit of the stall util. Brim smokes don't recharge. Any smoke that you can get out now is a smoke they don't have later. So by baiting out this util, by remaining ambiguous, and by leaving your Viper on the lurk, it stays ambiguous. It stays a question mark. And they still have 50 seconds. The world is their oyster. It just depends on what Viper for the offense can find right here. Nothing. The offense is running low on options now. 2v5. Nothing going their way.
LTK Cams. LTK getting a pick on A.
Smoke's down.
Looks like they're going to try to fast rotate on over.
Yeah, look at this. This is a beautiful fake. Look, he threw the smokes. He's trying to make noise. He broke the trip so that his teammate with the bomb can either rotate or get the bomb down. But the defensive Sky actually pops the Seekers. This is disastrous for the offense. Fade's plan gets called out, and with 7 seconds left, they just elect to save their weapons, save the economy, and hope for a better round next time.
Yeah, what a play, but those guys Seekers completely foiled Pratt's plan there. Really unfortunate on their side, but WSU able to just keep up that momentum. It does not seem like that round loss really stopped that ball from rolling.
No, not at all. But I mean, what awareness by Apricity. It's really easy to underappreciate that. If you're in a 4v2, you might be thinking, you know, conserve ults, what's the worst that's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. No, him pressing one button on his keyboard, taking no risks, won them the entire round. That was a great macro call by the offense that he had the awareness to be able to stuff out.
Absolutely.
Ooh, a fight down short from the offense. They understand that they have the util. That's a low HP Brim. There it goes. Yumi able to finish that one out. And the offense is going to accelerate onto A site. They're going to take back. Frozen finds his, but Sui gets it back. No, Frozen wins it out. 3v3 now, and the Viper's Pit is committed, and this retake just got a whole lot harder. Look at this, the sprawling smoke. I don't think Yumi saw it. Frozen claims his third on the round. He's on for an ace, but more importantly, he's on to get Pratt their second win. He's just holding this space. He gets taken down.
Getting frozen in the hookah.
Oh,
or in the in lamps.
Yeah, here it is. They're gonna tap this bomb, but it's gonna get called out by AKZ. He's gonna find both. The Viper's Pit being oh so impactful there, able to secure the round for them. Save the other two major impact ults for future rounds.
Yeah, the more rounds that the Pratt can keep putting on the can keep winning for them, just gives them just ever more breathing room.
Yeah, breathing room is a really good way to put it, especially when you're playing against, you know, a defensive side comp. Viper Chamber is a more defensive-minded comp, so any round you can take on this offense, if you can get 4 or 5 rounds, that counts. That's a fine offense for you. So I really like their mindset here. And I really like how they're trying to conserve their ults. They want these rounds, but they have to be Maximus. Sui, First Blood, Operator, down showers. And the defense has such an upper hand in this one. Look at the Viper's Pit towards B long here. Pretty common pit to shut down the entirety of B long due to the way the map is built. If anyone tries to push that pit, you just spam down it, and that's a free kill. It makes this B site near impossible to push. As Sui claims another on A. The Operator, his weapon of choice, that a section of Pratt Community College.
Launching smoke.
Looks like WSU is kind of catching on. What's happening here? Apricity getting a pick on LTK.
That's
big.
big.
Here we have getting the kill on Apricity. Pratt might have a shot here.
Looks like Viper is going to get out of her pit now, try and push this. Yumi finds one, sees the body, gonna hold the cross, gonna win the round, and push their team to 7. WSU takes a 7-2 lead here, and it's looking good for the Shockers.
Absolutely.
12-4 for Yumi, 10-4 for Sui. I mean, dynamic duo, if I've ever seen one. If my Whaley and my Chamber are doing this in a ranked game, flowers for everyone.
I'd be happier than a clam with that one.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. They are doing their roles to perfection, especially on this defensive side. On the defensive side is where I believe these entry duels actually get to shine. They get to find their frags, find their picks, and find their value. Because on offense, you know, you just got to take side every time. If you go down, you go down. On defense, it's not the same story. Just like how Viper on defense is such a nuisance. That Molly, those shots, are going to stall the entirety of the Neon take. TKM going to find a nice Sheriff shot, but not a second one as Kaji trades it out, and there's the bomb, and there's the shot from Yumi. They have the bomb, and they have the space.
Smoke's down.
WSU is looking poised to be able to take this round.
One enemy remaining.
Sui finds another unsuspecting victim of the op. LTK would have to perform a miracle here, and a miracle he does not have as the duo of Yumi and Kaji finish it up. 3 for the Viper.
You be with that dash in into that slow, pretty much sacrificing themselves, and knowing that Kaji was able to follow it up with the kill. That's some synergy right there among WSU.
Yeah, I mean, Yumi still holding on to this Viper ult, or sorry, this Waylay ult as well. So big, especially on where he decides to play. There's so much stall potential, so much just round-changing potential out of that ultimate. One of the best in the game, undeniably, at just taking space, holding anything that you could need. But the defense is actually going to see a fast and a showers. This is a new look for the offense, and one that I don't mind.
Absolutely. We got only 2 WSU players on A, but the rest of WSU is ready to go at a moment's notice right next to the B site teleport. Yeah, it seems like they know.
Look at this,
Pratt's
they've cleared all
in.
of B long. They have to understand that there's nowhere else this team could be. They're going to send the flank, and they're going to call the rotate of the rest of their team. The Anchor's job now is to find theirs and to stay alive. One finds theirs, one cannot stay alive. 4v4. But the defense is in a much better spot. This Waylay flank coming in. Will she be spotted out by the Brim? So she's going to take the swing into B main. No, I think Brim has the timing. And that is disastrous for Yumi. There it is. There's that ult. He's going into Lamps. He's going to find one. He's going to find 2. The Brimstone from main not quite cleared, but it doesn't matter as the rest of his team cleans it up. Yumi with another monstrous round. WSU, I mean, this guy is just phenomenal. I'm running out of words to say here, Groovehouse.
Yeah, it's this is insane to watch. This is now 9-2. I mean, if Pratt wins one more, then we hit that 9-3 curse. But with the momentum that WSU is pulling right now, it's looking like WSU might take this home.
I would love to see a round here from the offense. You know, give us that 3-9 curse. Give us a little bit of dramatic tension. You know, give me something to make a YouTube video about tomorrow.
Yeah, spice it up a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a little drama in my life. But WSU seems not the dramatic type, as they seem to want to finish this as quickly as possible. Cam's going to get the first blood for the defense. A nice little shower spike going his way. Yumi swings out, but he's not able to find it, so he finds both. One for him, one for his fallen ally. He finds 3.
Is he going to find 4? Please?
Sui.
Cam's just coming in, though. Frozen, not able to do much. Having to pull back even farther, especially with that Brim Molly. Frozen, not sure what to do.
He doesn't judge have in hand.
He doesn't have a proper gun for the situation. And WSU is completely cinching that area down.
Yeah, he's dropping the judge here, for those of you who may not know, because he doesn't want to hand it over to the offense when he inevitably goes down. He knows he's going down, but he doesn't want to give away that he was using a judge.
Yeah. But it is now side swap. 10-2 WSU.
Yeah, I mean, 10-2 going into your bind offense while playing double controller with a chamber. I mean, I'm a happy man, especially when my entry duelist is 16-6 and my isolation duelist is 14-5 and my Viper, my lurker, is 10-3. I mean, look, stats aren't everything, numbers aren't everything. I'm an IGL, I'm an initiator. I will be the first to tell you that KD doesn't tell you how good a player is. But it's also the first to tell you when a player is performing far above they are supposed to be. You know, a 5-8 player can have monstrous impact, but you'll never have more monstrous impact than your 16-5 duelist.
Absolutely. And you are completely correct on that. Yeah. However, pistol round can change everything. Especially trying to get as much detail as possible, not seeing anyone.
But we're going to get Yumi into Lamps. That's such a forward position to let them chill, let them work. And look, they're going to rotate over to B. We're about to see a skirmish on B short. Here it is. It gets traded out. LTK goes down for Cams. The 2 Brimstones going down. But the offense has more players here. AKZ trying to make that not the case. There it is. Ari floods in, finds 2, cleans it up. And as you said, pistol round could change everything. This is the first step for Pratt to come back into this game.
Absolutely. This might be the pretty much title shift that Pratt needs to kind of pull this back into their favor. I mean, as we saw last map, we saw WSU pull back from an 8-4 deficit onto a 13-8 win. Pratt might be able to do the same, but from 10-2. Who knows with this map?
Yeah, and I mean, they say a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, right? This is a journey of 1,000 miles. Coming down from 310 on bind after you just got absolutely torn apart on the last map, yeah, you're going to need 1,000 miles, but the first step is behind you, and that's the hardest one to take. They have the eco advantage. This should be coming up Pratt as long as they can hold their space. TTK for the defense. TTK gonna find his. AKZ gonna get his frozen. Finds the final one. A couple of guns lost there for the defense, but that is a drop in the pan compared to the round that they needed.
Absolutely. But like we've seen previously, WSU can come back from this. This is now their buy round. We haven't really been able to see Pratt really shine on these third rounds whenever they won the previous two. So we'll have to see what they can pull out of the bag for this one.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Map 3, Grand Finals, real cash on the line, real bragging rights on the line. I mean, this is collegiate esports, man. This is where people get their start. This is where people start building their careers. This is where people get their first taste of real competitive success. And this is where you separate the winners from the losers, right? 410. How bad do you want it? Does that score say 13? No, it does not. You are down in weapons, you're down in morale, and you have to make this happen if you want to walk out of here a champion. First pick going to the offense. Kaji able to find it, but LTK gets it traded out. He's going to go down immediately after. What a shot from Apricity. I know I'm saying that wrong, but I know that Vandal can't do any of its own. What a beautiful shot there. Making this a 4v2 for the offense. Make that a 4v1. The Sky player is on a tear. I love it when my initiators get active. I love it when my initiators are able to find their own picks. And he's doing just that as WSU marches forward to 11-4.
Absolutely. And with a near flawless too, only losing one member, that's not much of a loss for them at all. And they can easily buy them back fully with full shields.
Yeah, I mean, the money is still even here. The ult economy, honestly, really even here as well. This is going to be, I would argue, the most pivotal round of the rest of the game. If WSU wins this, it's game over. They go to 12-4. You're forced on to a defensive save, which is terrible to try and fight through. But the same thing is true for the defense. If the defense of Pratt can win this, the money situation skews in their favor. The ult situation skews in their favor. But it's not looking like it right now as Yumi finds the first. They're going to claim this space. Sui gets another. Cam finds it. No gun out. No hope. No idea. And Yumi just wants more. He knows that they are 1 round away from victory. He knows that he is 1 round away from walking out of here with some cash in his pocket. And look at him letting them know.
WSU getting a little cocky here, but it is a 4v1. Oh, AKZ though, getting one more, but WSU taking it, making it 12-4, match point WSU.
I think WSU knows what they've got in their hands here. Go ahead and hit tab for me, Groove. I see a couple Stingers. I see 1 Brimble. I see Shattered Hopes. I see Shattered Dreams. This is looking like
economy.
Yeah, I see WSU all the way to the bank. All you have to do, hold hands, hit a site, get your trades, maybe pop an ultimate or 2, and Heartland Showdown 2026 is yours. That's one heck of an achievement. And they are 1 round away. 6 teams battling it out. $800 live in person here at Kansas State University in Manhattan. It is just a run through. It is just relentless. They can feel it. They can taste it. Only 2 members left standing between them and some cold hard cash and a little bit of bragging rights. Heartland Showdown. It has been a night. We're going for the knife. on the last player as WSU is your Heartland 2026 Valorant champion. They're going to walk out of here with $500. They're going to walk out of here with their name in the history books, and they're going to walk out of here with a whole lot of good vibes and a fun car ride home.
Yeah, what an absolute grand finals from Pratt winning map 1 by a considerable margin, from WSU taking an 8-4 deficit map 2 and winning 9 rounds in a row, and then taking it to map 3 and winning 13-4. What a turnaround.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Look, I don't know if I have the authority to do this, but I'm just gonna speak for everyone here. Yumi, you are my grand finals MVP, sir. I would love to shake your hand when I go downstairs. I mean, look, it's really easy to look at the duelist with high kills and be like, oh, he's playing really well. You're playing really well. Map 2 was you. Map 3, I mean, your entire team was shooting. Your entire team was there. But hey, being the first guy in and the last guy out every round, that's how you win a championship. That's how you win a Heartland Showdown. And that is how you walk away with some cash in your pocket.
Yeah, that was inspiring to watch, honestly. Just the synergy between Yumi and the rest of his team to not only support him to get into the site and get those kills, but to also have Yumi support the rest of his team and getting their own kills too. I mean, it was just electric to watch.
Yeah, I absolutely. I love to see it, and we can finally crown our grand winner here of WSU. I'm trying to fix this so it is ready to go for you all. Here is your final playoff bracket. KSU varsity takes out KSU JV, goes on to lose to Pratt. The D-Rankers take on SEMO. D-Rankers take them out, go on to face WSU, knocked out. And then, of course, you were here, you were watching, you will remember WSU, the reverse 2-0 over Pratt, the reverse sweep, and what was that, 13, 14 rounds straight to walk out of here with some money.
Absolutely. That was insane to watch. From winning an entire map's worth of rounds in a row between 2 different maps. Yeah, that was insane to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. So we want to give a massive thank you to everyone who has tuned into the stream, everyone who has said any kind words about any of these teams, anyone who obviously came out and played, anyone who tuned in. This has been a fun event. We love doing this. We love supporting Valorant, and we wouldn't be able to do it without our sponsors of Rally Cry, K-State Esports, obviously, and Just Be Social Media. Couldn't do it without any of them, and we couldn't do it without any of our hardworking K-State Esports students.
Absolutely. It's always a blast to put on this LAN tournament every year, and we're glad to have everyone here. And I know among all of our competitors, even if you lost round 1, even if you had some rough games, it was still fun at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, first-hand experience. I went 0-4 today. Had to play our varsity team. I think my KD on the day was about a 0.6. I am in initiator jail. This was one of the best days I've had in a long time. Definitely one of the most fun LANs I've ever been to. And yeah, it's all about the community. It's all about supporting collegiate esports. So thank you to anyone out there who's watching, anyone who's playing. And hey, if you're seeing this and you want to get in on the action, we will see you with Heartland Showdown 2027. That's it for me. Groove, you have any final thoughts?
Thank y'all for watching. It's been a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. We will be back on April 10th with more Heartland Showdown action. Not Valorant, but Overwatch. I think there are more teams, more money, more action, maybe a little bit higher production budget. You never know what's going to happen at Heartland Showdown. Immediately after that, April 11th, we are going to see the regional. I believe it is a full-on regional Super Smash Bros. Ultimate tournament. There will be an Ultimate Ladder, singles, doubles, everything, all day long. There is over a $1,000 pot bonus. So every time someone signs up, a part of their entry fee goes into the pot of money that people can win. And we're just throwing $1,000 cash on that, cold hard. Someone is going to walk out of there with a couple G's in their pocket. That is so exciting. Thank you for supporting collegiate esports. Thank you for supporting Heartland Showdown, of course. And we will see you on April 10th with Heartland Showdown Overwatch.
See y'all then.